Greetings, tubers. On Point Gambling. We're back. The other day, it's kind of silly, but I was listening to the radio, and Slick Rick's Lottie Dottie came on, and for whatever reason, I started going Molly Dolly, and I thought about it, and I'm like, well, there is a strategy called Molly, where it's basically the most famous one is a 3-point Molly, where you have a bet on the pass line with odds. I'm just going to throw 2 chips out there to make it easy. Then you also bet the come. That travels up, you put odds. You bet the come again, travels up, put odds. And then you play it out. It's the 3-point Molly. Obviously, that's a 2-point Molly. You can go up as many as you want, but just adjust the number and the amount of come bet you have on the field. There is the opposite called the Nolly, which is basically the don't pass version. And then you play it through the don't come, same thing. I just like the Molly Dolly because it sounds better. Dolly for don't instead of like Nolly for no. But anyway, so I thought about, well, this is something new. Let's try this. Let's give this a shot. So the crux of the strategy, we're just going to do $10 as our base bet. We're going to start with 10 on the pass. Get a point established. Let's say it's 5. We're going to do the 3, 4, 5 times odds, but at the $5 level. So for the 4 and 10, it would be 15. 5 and 9, it would be 20. 6 and 8 would be 25. So it's basically half of your max odds for a 3, 4, 5 for a $10 level. So in this case, so you get $10, 5, you would go $20 in odds. Bet the come. Come travels up. Let's say it's the 8s. You get 25 in odds. And then you gotta go one more come with that travel up. 15 in odds. Then we're gonna go for the don't side. So don't come travels up, so it goes to 10. Throw one more for 25. Hopefully you get something like that. And the whole goal is once you have your 5 out there, when one hits, you just ride out what's left. If you get to the point where, like let's say, one of your 3 Molly bets hits and it comes down, and like see how the comeback goes back out there, you basically try and get your 3 Molly units established. If you go into the don't, let's say your first don't come knocks out the 4, that's okay. You can just go right to the next don't come, let that travel. If it knocks out one of these, I'm sorry, if it takes the place of the 8, you're just going to ride out the last 3 bets. So basically you just try to establish 3 on the light side, 2 on the dark, and then finish out the shooter. So that's the crux of the strategy right here. Something new. Haven't really even practiced this yet, so it's going to be learning on the fly with me. I have $800 in the bankroll. Like I said, we're going to do $10 as a base unit, so it'll work at either 5 or a $10 table. And let's get started. I get some of these chips out of here. There we go. Oops. Move this up a little bit so I can get the odds out there. And we got a 9. So our point is 9. We can go $20 in odds on it. And 10 on the come. 9. So we hit the point number. It's going to pay $40. This travels up. 6. So point is 6. We get 25 back here in odds. Oops. We get 20 up here for the 9. And we go for the comeback. 7. All right. So we do lose this. We do lose this. However, we get even money there on the come. Like I said, this is a work in progress. So, like I said, originally we're going to try and get 3 or bet the come 3 times and then go 2 in the dark. I could have, since it was basically 1, 2, 3. I probably could have gone, instead of try to replace that third molly bed. I probably could have started going to the don't come on that one. It's okay. We'll just, like I said, we're playing this by ear. So next shooter, 6. We got our odds on a 6. We got our combat out there, another 6. So that comes off. This will travel up. We'll leave it for the point to be reestablished before we go the odds out there. This is going to pay 40. Another 6. So let's get paid even money. And down. And 7 out. Three, so we lose our pass line. 10. What is 10? We do 15 in odds, and our comeback. 6. Travels up. 25 in odds, and another comeback. 8. Travels up, there's our odds. Now we're looking for 2 don't come bets. 4. Bet one more. 5. This actually works pretty good because we had almost every number covered now. 6. That works, so 10 with 25 in odds is going to pay 40. That one comes down. And like I said, we're not replacing anything at this point. We're just running it out. So 7. So we do lose here. We lose here. And let's just see. So that covers there. So out of that, we lost $10. Pass on a bet, off. 3, loser on the pass line. 4. Oops. All right, so our point is 4, 15 in odds, and there's a comeback. 3, loser on the come. 5, moves up, 20 in odds, and our third comeback. 9. 20 in odds. 8. So we got 8 as a don't come. Second one, 11, so we're losing the don't come. At this point, I would just keep going, try and get that second don't come point established. 6. All right. Now we just ride out 9, pays 45, I'm sorry, pays 40. Cash this in for green. 7. Okay, so we lose the light sides. It's 25. 25, we only lost 5 on that. What was left on the board. so that's our winnings for that one. Eights. Point is eights. I'm just going to get some reds real quick. There we go. Nine. Odds and our third combat. 7. All right. Lose here, but we get paid there. Is our points. Six. And 7 out. Not getting the long rolls that I want. Not always the way, isn't it? Four. So we got the 4, we got 15 in odds, another $10 in the come. Just gonna get some more reds. Seven. Quick one. Eights. 12. Loser on the come. 4. Eights. Oops. Then we have 8, and 12, 4, 8s. Okay, so the 8, we win here, $40. I said 45. This goes up, puck goes off. Back on the pass. 9. So 20 odds back there, 25 odds there. Now we're looking for 2 don't pass numbers. And it's not going to be 7, which is the worst case because we lose this and everything else. We don't have enough for another shooter. That's 8 shooters anyway. So it's a fun little way to play this strategy. If you want to limit it to only 2 molly bets, like a 2-point molly and then 2-point dolly, that's another way you can do this. Might have helped us out earlier on. I don't know. So it just depends on how the table goes. So we do have 75 left in the bankroll. Let's just add what we got left up here. Once again, we had start with 800. 4, 5, 575, $650 at the end. So we lost 150 on that one. That's the biggest problem or biggest obstacle when you're playing with the cum line is trying to get those repeat bets. Sometimes you'll see shooters can lights out, just like they roll one number and then hit it again. If you see that happening, it's always not a bad idea to either bet heavy on whatever number the guy is hitting, or to try and go into a strategy like this where you can get the odds up there and get a little bit better payout for the odds portion of the bets. It's completely up to you. You can play around with this, do different levels. Like I said, you can always do like 2 on the light, 2 on the dark. You can do 2 and 1. That's another way you can do it if you're more conservative with it. It's just a fun little thing to try and get some different strategies that don't use the place bets. Let me know what you think in the comments. Until next time, everyone stay safe, and I'll see you at the tables.